the finger to the wind. It is a reason why we citizens should feel empowered, even in a decrepit government state like Connecticut. Here's why we're in play, even when the legislature seems to want to go its own way. Because they still delay things based on public opinion. They have not ramrodded through some really bad stuff. And it's because there is a fear of not getting reelected, and maybe even a near-term fear of just being scorned for the next year and a half, well before an election. That should empower us. And we deserve to take power now, even though election's a year and a half away. Take power by exercising our opinions forcefully out there as often as possible. I hate when people say, oh, don't talk politics at a dinner table or don't bring it up at work. You should bring it up at work because your own workplace may depend greatly on what the legislature does in Hartford. Your own family life certainly depends on what the legislature does or doesn't do in Hartford. So being vocal makes sense. And I'm convinced that 80% at least of Connecticut adults do make sense. And we're not vocal enough. So we sort of take a back seat while goofballs, they're often in the New Haven area that are now in Congress. Josh Elliott, Robin Porter, Wilson, Looney. They are all bad for Connecticut. They are far left, not very thoughtful. I will say, loons. They are not American in their outlook. They're socialist. That's not what America has built itself on. They should be in the legislatures of Cuba and North Korea. Suits them well. But we've elected them here. It is perplexing. I kind of have an explanation. It's because the media paint anyone with an R, Republican, as a bad guy presumptuously. It takes an awful lot to overcome that media presumption. So the dopey Democrat, the far left liberal, skates in, even though we are more sensible than that. So this is a message. We should not be waiting to change Connecticut. Okay, it's not 2022 issue where there'll be another governor's race. It's not even a 2020 issue. Governor Lamont has called for a special session, 2019. This is the time that issues should be voiced strongly and voiced in an, I'm going to say, extreme position. Not a, oh, we should be cutting by 6% to get $1 billion out of the budget. No, we should be cutting by 56% to get down to a budget that is what the principle of state government is about. That is to take care of public safety and maybe take care of some functions that no private entity can do as well. There aren't many of those. There might be zero. But once you're beyond those two things, stop asking the state to do it because they're not going to do it very well. They're going to be politically compromised. What you put in is not what you get out. So it's time for us to just end that system. I have another system to end. That's in the next video. I'm Mark Greenstein.